This machine here is the thicknesser or panel planer. We'll start with emergency or safety, I should say. Got emergency stop here. All right. Unlike the other machines, the base of the machine is a lot further away. You can't drop your knee or your hip into it. So the emergency stop is here, which means one hand still needs to stay on your material. All right. Emergency off. You've got your power here as well, but it is also isolated at the wall. So you need to make sure you get the key off the teacher, or you get the teacher to unlock it. The way the thicknesser works, or the panel planer, is it changes the thickness of the material, hence the slang term of thicknesser. So if you put your material in here, it's got rollers that grab it. So once it's grabbed it, you can actually let go. Hence another reason why the emergency is up here, because you don't have to have your hands on it anymore. There's a cutting head that is through here that has 4 different blades on it. Okay, that rotates around and slices small bits off at a time, and then it feeds out the other side. As far as cutting, all right, you need to make sure you measure your material first, and you take a maximum of 2 to 3 millimeters off at a time, with your finishing cut being 1 millimeter. The reason we do the 1 millimeter finishing cut is it's a lot nicer of a finish than 2 to 3 millimeters. What I will get you to do as well is ask your teacher to show you about the direction of the grain of the timber. If you can imagine your grain is going that way, okay, and your cutter is taking the head off of the grain that way, it's going to give you a much smoother finish. Whereas if the cutting head is coming this way, it's going to grab that fiber in the timber and pull it out, and you'll end up with tiny little holes all through it. Best thing to do is work with a partner so that one person can feed it in and the other person can be around this side, tailing the material out. If you do have to work alone, the best thing that I can advise is one piece at a time. Put it in, come around, take it out, put it up here on these rollers, ready to go again. While you are around here, or while your tail out person is here, there is another emergency stop. Okay. This machine can be very dangerous, okay? All it takes is for it to grab it, bounce it, spit it out, and you can have all sorts of damage and injuries. So emergency stops are on both sides of the machine, and they're very important. Back around this side, you have a height gauge here for setting the amount of cut that you would like. It's got a lock here, you have to unlock it. Then you can wind it up or down using this one. All right, make sure you lock it off again, otherwise it can drop as you go. 2 to 3 mil at a time maximum, 1 mil to finish. The safety side, make sure, all right, once you've put it in, that your hands are off of it. It can bounce, it can grab. Also, it's designed to cut, all right, so you don't want to put your hands in there while it's on, or even ever. All right, there's a very sharp blades spinning around, so your hands should never go in. Also, if it does get stuck, just turn it off, emergency stop. Never put your head down like this while it's on, okay? If you can imagine, it's spinning around, okay? If it grabs it and spits it back while your head is there, you can have all sorts of issues because it could hit you in the face and nobody would like that. So safety-wise, never look under while it's on, okay? Emergency stop, wind it down, then wait for it to be fully finished, then you can have a look, okay? If you need to clear something out, get another piece of timber and clear it out that way. So emergency stop on this side, emergency stop on that side, power there, isolated there, always have your extraction on, as with most machines.